Hello and welcome to another episode of the Drew Roff Show alongside Purdue Soccer head coach Drew Roff. I'm the team's communications director, Charlie Healy. Drew, as we prepare for the season opener on Thursday against Kentucky, let's take a look back at preseason. How did it go and what did you learn about your team in the last 2.5 weeks?
Well, I thought that preseason went extremely well. What I liked is that we played two very good teams, and that is exactly the kind of test that we needed. During preseason, when you're just playing against yourselves, it's easy to kind of get into a certain rhythm of how you play, and you can have starters play the reserves, but both teams are kind of trying to do similar things. And then you get to a game, and all of a sudden the opponent does something completely different that you haven't really seen in training, and that's what it's all about. Some teams will play a little bit more like us, some teams will play completely different, but you have to be able to adapt, and you don't have more than a half or so to sort those tactics out, and hopefully you can sort them out sooner than that. But very important for us to play two teams that were aggressive, good teams, good pressing teams that were going to put us under pressure, and teams that when they had chances, they made us pay. They could score goals, and so it was actually really good preseason for us. And although those moments are challenging because you want to work through them as a team, they only make you better. So we don't have any kind of false sense of security. We realized that there was some things that we needed to fix, and I think we've taken the appropriate steps. And but aside from that, a lot of really good things as well. I like our attack. I like the fact that we're getting more numbers in the box. Our service is better. Some better combinations through the middle third, leading to some chances in the final third. I think that there's some areas that we certainly have improved a great deal since last spring.
Yeah, definitely. It's been a great couple weeks of practice and getting everyone acclimated, getting the freshmen in. A lot of players saw time on the pitch the last two games as well. But as we look ahead to Thursday, the opening game of the season, Thursday night against Kentucky, 7 p.m. at Folk Field, what are you looking for out of the team, and what do you expect out of Kentucky?
Well, I think the most important thing is to really focus on what we do and what we do well. First game of the season, you can look back. Everyone has film of games from last season and the year before, so you can look at tendencies that programs have and style of play and things of that nature, just to get a feel for it. But in reality, it's a brand new season, and I think there's areas that we're going to look a lot different than we did in the spring, and I expect Kentucky as well. So you just always want to do your homework and make sure you know who some of their special players are, and people to be aware of out there. And some tendencies that they bring. But aside from that, it's really about how we compete and how we perform, and really focus on us. After the first couple weekends, you get a lot more film that's current, and you obviously have to do your scouting and things. But really, if we do the things we do well, then we feel that we'll be successful. So just want to be organized defensively, of course, and also have the ability to be a team that can be creative in the attack and be a well-balanced team that can defend and attack well. And I think we have that, but certainly Thursday's the first official test, and looking forward to that challenge for sure.
Yeah, and that challenge will be in front of full fan capacity at Folk Field, and I know we're excited for that. What's that mean to you guys, and that energy that they provide? How important is that to the club?
Well, it means everything. I just we love to play, and we love the challenge of competing. And we love, to be together as a team and work on, our development. But that hard work, really pays off when you get to play in front of your friends and family and your fellow students here at Purdue. For our players, there's nothing quite like that. So the energy that they bring, and just the atmosphere that we have out at Folk Field, a Thursday night game out at Folk, just the sunsets in the background, and the pitch is perfect, and two big teams going at it. I mean, those are the things you live for as a coach and as a player. That's why you put in all that hard work, so you're ready to go when the lights come on. So it means a lot to have the fans there, and just having our families there and my family there, and just having people, supporting and cheering for those goals. When you score a big goal and you hear the crowd erupt, that's where you get your energy from. So just sports in general, missed fans, I think, all across the board, and we still watched, but that energy that's provided by that 12th man is crucial and means so much to the environment of a match.
Yeah, absolutely. For the players as they get ready for Thursday's opener, I imagine it's pretty easy to get up in the morning and get excited for that. But you, in your tenure here for 6 years, have had a lot of success in those season openers. Is there a secret, or what's that pregame speech like to get them ready to have that success?
Yeah, no secrets. No. I think obviously, as coaches, we always have to pull out some of those speeches to get them motivated at times. But the best thing as a coach is when you have a moment, or even better yet, a team that you don't need to get too overhyped about, because the excitement will be there, the nerves will be there. Really just focus on the tactical aspects of the game and what I want the team to focus on. But certainly no extra stuff needed, because we've been waiting a long time to have a normal season and play non-conference opponents and just have a beautiful night in August out at Folk Field to give it our best shot. So that alone will get everybody motivated. And obviously, if we feel we play the way that we can, then the success will hopefully be a byproduct of that.
Definitely. And after Thursday, we travel to Vanderbilt on Sunday for another tough SEC matchup. I know we're locked in and focused on Kentucky on Thursday, but what are you looking forward to about Sunday's match, and from the team in terms of the second game of the weekend and against another tough opponent?
Yeah, another really good opponent from the SEC. I think anytime that your team gets on the road for the first time, it's always an enjoyable thing to get to someone else's field and facility and train the day before game, and kind of allows the team to get connected a little bit, maybe more than when we're here. So that's always fun, and go to a great place like Nashville to compete against a very good team. I mean, that's the kind of test we want. So don't know a lot about them, but saw a few of their games last year in the SEC tournament, and certainly a team that plays a good brand, and has a lot of very athletic players that that know how to play. So it's a great test for us, and we're fortunate to have a lot of home games this year, but going to places like Vanderbilt, and we go to Notre Dame in a couple weeks. Those are the type of tests that we want to see how we fare against top teams on the road, because that's a great preparation for Big Ten. So looking forward to that one, but as they say, Charlie, one game at a time. Yeah. So we'll focus on that one on Friday, but certainly will be a great weekend to compete.
Yeah, absolutely. Two tough matches, and Vanderbilt will be the first of 6 teams that Purdue faces this year that are coming off an NCAA tournament appearance in the spring of 2021. Mm-hmm. Lastly, coming up on the show, we have Grace Walsh and Skylar Giacobetti. Mm-hmm. Let's talk a little bit about what they bring to the team. First, Grace Walsh, coming in second year as a midfielder after moving up from the defensive line. What she provide for this team as a valuable starter?
I think Grace is one of our team leaders, as well as one of our best players. Grace is a player that is extremely versatile, that can play anywhere in the back line, probably anywhere in the midfield. She just has a good soccer sense, good soccer IQ, very technical, good athlete. So she just has the overall package that you look for, especially in a holding midfielder. Holding midfielder's job is to kind of control the tempo of the game when you have the ball, but they also have to be physically able to break up the play and win tackles and be a presence there as well. So that needs to be arguably your best player on the pitch is that number 6, and Grace does a great job for us there. Somewhat a little reserved off the pitch is her personality, but when Grace does speak, she gets everybody's attention, because she gets everyone's respect just for the type of person and player that she's been for us over the years.
And then Skylar Giacobetti, another senior with a lot of experience. She's coming off the bench. What does she provide that energy and one of those valuable players, and then after that, those first 11?
Yeah, well, Skylar is a player that plays extremely hard every single day. And, that's kind of how she leads by example. She can also be vocal when needed, but every single day she shows up to play as hard as she possibly can, and she sets that bar, whether she's getting playing time in the match or not. She always maintains that positive attitude and comes out and competes. And I think, some players that aren't getting that time, it's easy sometimes to get frustrated and, just kind of have that attitude of like, no matter what I do, I'm not going to get where I want to go. And she maintains that high level, and I think that's something that's, impresses me and really sets a tone for our team. She's also what I call kind of a servant leader. She's just always available to people. She's very approachable, and she's the type of player that, she's just always, looking out for what's best for the program. And those types of players and people are hard to find. She, I think, understands that as long as she's giving her absolute best and controlling what she can, then she's happy with that. And I think that's something that we stress. But she's been fantastic. I think just somebody that I know I can rely on if we need her in the match. She can come in the midfield or in the back and do an outstanding job. But her personality and just the way that she approaches things is tremendous for our team. Sometimes a team gets a little serious or get a tough result, but Skylar has the ability to be extremely hardworking and extremely focused, but also brings a real fun personality. And she's the type in training that occasionally she'll trip on a ball or something. And that's just part of Skylar. She's always on the ground. She's always slide tackling. She's not afraid to really stick her nose in there and give everything she has. So those two players in general, like I said, we have a bunch of leaders on this team, and those two are just ones that I think every player on the team respects, and they make my job easier by just showing the younger players what it means to be a Boilermaker soccer player and what type of attitude and what type of effort that requires.
Absolutely. To Grace Walsh and Skylar Giacobetti, two great representatives of this program. We'll catch up with them momentarily. Drew, in the meantime, thanks for joining us today. We'll see you Thursday night out at Folk Field.
Sounds great. Thanks, Charlie.
I tell them that it's my turn. See me coming through, got me hoping that they might learn. I know when I'm the best, with that respect is what I might earn. Hit you with the heat from every side, that's a side burn. I might turn, nah, I ain't turning on my squad. Y'all can see me doing numbers like you earning at your job. I ain't never met nobody that's still yearning for the top. I might hit you with that hook that's real concerning for your job. Come on, I'm taking over now. I'm running the show now. Change the game and I'll show you how.
Welcome back. We're joined by senior midfielder Grace Walsh, senior midfielder and defender Skylar Giacobetti. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us here on the show. Looking forward to Thursday's match. What are you guys most looking forward to getting back on the pitch at Folk Field? Grace, we'll start with you.
Sure. I think that we had a really good preseason, one of the best that we've had in our time here at least. And I think through the practices and also the two exhibition games, we're really able to find our strengths and also kind of areas to improve. But we were also able to kind of see what we were capable of as a team. So I think I'm most looking forward to kind of showing our fans and supporters what we're capable of and kind of proving to them that this is going to be a special season and we have a special team.
Skylar, how about you?
I would have to agree with a lot of the points that Grace made. I'm really excited to get in front of the fans. I'm really excited to show everybody what we've been working so hard towards. Like Grace said, this is a very special team. We've grown and learned a lot in the last 2 weeks about ourselves and about our teammates, and I'm really excited to show everybody what a cohesive unit we are and take the field.
Yeah, and Skylar, how excited are you to have a little more normal season in front of fans, having that fan support back at Folk Field cheering you on?
Yeah, so the fans are a huge part of what we do. We get motivated when they cheer us on. When you're so tired, you don't want to make that run, but the fans are cheering you on, you're just psyched, you're ready to go. So that's a huge part of what we do, and I think it'll definitely give us an edge this year at home, and especially playing on our home pitch. Just beautiful grass, great fans. I'm really excited.
And Grace, you're someone who logs almost 90 minutes a match. Are you someone who feels that energy, especially late as your legs are starting to get heavy?
Yeah, definitely for sure. And obviously Folk Field is an amazing complex, and we're very privileged that we're able to practice on that field every day. But with the fans involved, it just elevates the complex and makes it so much better, and it definitely gives us the motivation to keep pushing in those final minutes. So yeah, I'm very excited for fans to be here and not having to write down the 4 people and worrying about oh, I don't have enough tickets and stuff. So it's nice that people can freely just come in.
Yeah, absolutely. We're looking forward to more than just that friends and family crowd that we had in the spring. You just finished up your last preseason as Boilermakers. First of all, can you believe it? And what are your thoughts heading into your final regular season home opener?
There's definitely this urgency, I guess, that comes with being a senior. But I think that fuels all of us, and hopefully that kind of spreads to the rest of the team. But we're definitely super motivated, and I think excited about what's to come this season.
Skylar, how about you? I mean, did it feel like you just got on campus as a freshman, yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, people say it goes by in the blink of an eye, and it really does. I wish I could go back and do it all over again, but last preseason is definitely bittersweet. I mean, preseason's a grind, but this one felt different. Like Grace said, there's an urgency for the seniors, especially because there are so many of us. The competition was so high, and everyone was so motivated to put their best foot forward every single day. It was super competitive, which made it the best preseason I think we've had.
Yeah, it was with 10 seniors and a great group of underclassmen, as well as a high energy, lots of enthusiasm, and lots of hard work the last couple of weeks in preseason. Grace, as you prepare for the season, this is year 2 as a midfielder. Last year we talked as you're sort of getting your feet wet in the midfield position after moving up from the back line. What are your goals for this year as you get a lot more comfortable in that position?
Yeah, definitely with one season already as a midfielder under my belt, I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable and confident in that position. But I'm always looking to kind of improve and develop both as a player and and a teammate. So I'm I think, adding on to last season, just taking this as a building year, but also continuing to learn about the position and also finding ways to improve the team as well.
And Skylar, you play midfielder and defense. You've, for your entire career, been a valuable contributor off the bench. What's that role like, and what's your mentality when Drew calls down the line? Skylar, start warming up, get ready to get in. What's that mentality for you?
Yeah, so that mentality is just to bring a spark to the game, to really make a difference. You're going in to make a difference in the game, and to keep the level high from the starters that do a great job, and to keep the energy on the bench high. Everybody has a role on the field, whether you're on the field or off the field. If you're off, your role is to cheer people on and be ready to go in and really make a difference in the game, be that spark.
Yeah, absolutely, and you've done a great job of that throughout your career, coming in and providing that energy late in matches or late in the first half, coming off the bench. So looking forward to seeing more of that this year, starting on Thursday. As we get ready, we talked a lot about the hard work on the field the last couple of weeks, but it also has been a little bit more normal preseason in terms of off the field. You've been able to spend time together, unlike last year, which was due to COVID protocols, was a little different. So what's that been like, and what have been some of your favorite moments in the last couple of weeks as you've been able to bond, all 30 of you, together as a team?
I think my favorite part has just been we're able to spend more time in the locker room. I feel like everyone's personality kind of comes out in the locker room, like before practice, like when you get the music going, you really see that. But yeah, we definitely have a lot of fun personalities, some a little weirder than others, but it just makes our whole team dynamic a lot more fun and cohesive. So yeah, just being able to eat together and spend time in the locker room has been beneficial to our team chemistry.
And Skylar, how about you?
Yeah, definitely building on the point that Grace made about team chemistry. The freshmen this year are great, so it's been really nice getting to know them and to welcome them and to support them, and also getting to know the sophomores a little more, because like you said, last year was very irregular, so we didn't have that same eating together, the same locker room time together. So it's been really nice and really helpful to get everybody in the same place, and like Grace said, to show all of our personalities and just be silly and fun with each other.
Yeah, and from watching practice too, I think I've seen that fun flow out onto the practice field, a lot more energy and just a different type of vibe out there, and you guys are showing how close you guys are as a team, in practice as well. So it's been fun to see, and for fans, I know they'll look forward to seeing that as well on Thursday. So thank you guys for joining us. We look forward to seeing you both on the pitch on Thursday against Kentucky, and Boilermaker Nation, we look forward to seeing you out at Folk Field as well. Thanks for joining in today.